Hello everyone, my name is Henry Rodgers. I'm a founding partner with the law firm of Solomon Rodgers. Today we're going to talk about depositions. There's not a day goes by that my office doesn't... Hello everyone, my name is Henry. I'm a founding partner with the law firm of Solomon Rodgers, and today we're going to talk about depositions. There's not a day that goes by that my office doesn't receive numerous phone calls about depositions, from people that have either received deposition notices or perhaps they received an appointment letter. A deposition is a critical component of your workers' compensation claim. It's also a huge weapon used by the defense to punch holes in your case. So it's critical that you're well prepared before your deposition. So let's talk about what a deposition is. A deposition is simply a question and answer session between you and the representatives for the insurance company. You'll typically end up at their offices or somewhere where they feel like they have home court advantage. There will be you, there will be a court reporter, and there will be an attorney for the insurance company. It's the attorney's job to elicit information from you about your claim and to punch holes in your claim. It's a weapon used by the insurance company, and no matter how friendly the attorney appears, he's not your friend. Remember, he works for the insurance company and their interests are not aligned with yours. So let's talk about the basics of the deposition. You will be sworn in. Your testimony is given under penalty of perjury. So it's critical that you tell the truth. It's critical that you keep your answers short, sharp, and sweet in the deposition. You're not there to give extra information. You're not there to tell a story. If they don't ask you the right questions, it's their problem. It's not your problem. You can boil down your answers to yes, no, I don't know, I don't remember. If you don't remember something, you don't remember it. It's as simple as that. You can only testify to things that you have personal knowledge of. So don't guess at any of the questions. Because if you say it on the record, it's going to be there permanently. Now, at the beginning of the deposition, they'll typically ask you background questions. What's your name? What's your date of birth? Are you married? Do you have children? Then they'll typically ask you about your work history. What was the first job you ever had? What was the second job you ever had? What was the third job you ever had? And so on and so on. And they're typically just looking to ask you one question about that. And that is, have you ever had an injury before? They want to see if they can blame your current injuries on some other job that you've had. Perhaps some other workers' compensation claim or a prior job, perhaps where it was a stressful or a difficult job. Then they'll typically ask you about your injuries. How did it happen? When did it happen? Who was there? Did you tell anyone about it? And they're looking to attack your claim. They're looking to see if you didn't report it in a timely fashion. A lot of the time, people are suffering from cumulative trauma injuries. Those are injuries that happened over time. And it's very difficult when they say, well, what day did it happen? It's very difficult for you to define those dates. It's at times like that when you really need a lawyer. There are certain questions they can ask you and there's certain questions they cannot ask you. But if you're not represented by an attorney, they will surely ask you every question. Now, they will ask you about what body parts you've injured. And this is another critical question, because it may be that the pain travels down your leg. It may be that the pain goes up to your back sometimes, and the insurance company will try to limit where you say you have pain, when you have that pain, and the other body parts where you have pain. They're going to ask you about where you've been for medical treatment. Have you had any tests done? Have you taken any medications? What has the doctor told you? Do you think the medical treatment was necessary, and so on? They're also going to ask you how your injuries have affected your life. Those questions sound a little bit like this. What can you not do now that you used to be able to do? So can you still go to the gym? Can you still go shopping? Can you still play with your children? Can you still shower yourself? And it's critical that you tell the truth. We both know that life goes on. You still have to take the trash out. You still have to do those things. So it's critical that you don't over-exaggerate, but it's critical that you don't under-exaggerate, because we want the truth to come out. A lot of the time my clients are living in pain. They're taking pain pills every day. They're doing what they have to do. Perhaps if they were lifting 50 pounds before, they're only lifting 25 pounds now. So we don't want to over-exaggerate, but we surely don't want to under-exaggerate. They're also going to ask you if you've been convicted of a felony, if you've ever filed a claim before, if you've ever had an accident before. And these are times when you really want an attorney next to you, because you don't want them to go outside the scope of what they can and cannot ask you. Your attorney should be interjecting objections. Your attorney shouldn't let them get away with asking you questions that are not appropriate. And your attorney should be protecting you throughout this process. Because a perfectly good claim can be completely destroyed by a good defense attorney in a deposition. Now, if you have any questions about the deposition, or if you've received a deposition notice, please don't hesitate. Contact our office immediately, 844-SR-HELPS. Again, that's 844-SR-HELPS. Or check out our website at srhelps.com.